I'm so not looking forward to this.
Come on.
Alright. Hello and welcome to Tales from Beyond the Sofa.
Woo!
I am your host, Tom, and with me, as always, is my wife and co-host, Dee.
Hello.
You're with us this time.
I am this time. I am here, I promise.
There's really no point doing retakes if I reference the first take.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm really not looking forward to this one, but how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
It's I've got a week off, can't wait. You know, it's
Yeah.
gonna be just me and the lads, I guess, for most of the day.
Good
Oh,
luck.
God.
Good luck.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be fine.
For all of those in Patreon land, what do you think of this shirt?
Ooh, yes. And mine, look, yay. I'm sure you've seen this one on Tom anyway.
Yeah. It's they're not in the thing, but
No.
we thought we'd pay homage.
Yes.
Anyways, but
How are you?
I'm exhausted.
I know, you've
I'm
had
exhausted.
a busy day.
I'm exhausted. I watched Birds of Prey again today.
Oh.
So I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted.
I'm not surprised.
But I've been working on the last video as well.
Yeah.
The First Contact one.
Yeah.
That one was quite a fun one to edit.
It was a really fun one to do as
It
well.
was a fun one to record, but it was a
Yeah.
fun one to edit as well.
Mm.
I tried a few new things on the video, so which I'll leave a link down below. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I
You
see
see what I was doing there?
I see it. My hair right on my face, and I need to move it because it's really irritating. You know when you get that one strand? Not that you'd know.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, of course I know.
I'm joking.
I think the
but
only
you do
equivalent
know.
I ever get is like every now and then, like a hair from my moustache would just for some reason just turn up and just be tickling the inside of my nose.
You wonder for ages what's going on.
Yeah. So that's the only I mean, I'm sure you
Comparison.
can't relate to that,
No.
like a hair just turning.
No.
Yeah. But I remember back in the day when I had hair.
Yes,
I'd get that one strand. I can actually see it. I can see it.
There we go. Goodbye, hair.
I have some scissors. Do you want us to just
No.
get that one hair?
No.
It's only one hair. It's not going to make a difference.
I move it.
It's not like you're going to be like on your way to work and someone's going to be like, ah!
There's enough of it though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I find it everywhere.
Not so much now. I've had it cut.
No, I still find it everywhere. From like before you got it cut,
Oh, okay.
I still find it everywhere.
Right. So, do we need to have a drink before we start this?
Okay, we've pre-gamed for this one because
Yeah.
we know this is going to be a slog, and I suggested Dutch Courage, an extra shot.
Oh God. I can't
So-
even hold it.
So chin chin.
Chin chin.
Yeah, get that down your gullet before you drop it. Have you forgotten how to hold a glass or something?
No, don't make me laugh.
All right, let's do it. Oh.
God, I hate taking shots.
I'm gonna have hiccups for the next few seconds. Just give me a second. Every time I do neat shots, for a few seconds, my diaphragm's is like,
Going
whoa,
crazy.
wait, hang on, whoa, what are you doing? What's that? What's
The
that?
thing is, I can actually see your shoulders jump as well. It's like your whole body is like, no.
It's not like no, it's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like a fiery hug.
Oh
So
God.
yeah, see, I'll get the occasional one for the next few minutes. Oh wow.
Was that sufficient?
Yeah,
My flippin' air, man.
I'm ready to talk about this
Are you
dumpster
now?
fire. Birds of Prey. You keep. All right. I was tempted to bring up a bottle and a shot glass and have you take a shot every time you try to defend the show in any
I'm
way.
not
Shape.
going-
You kept saying like by today's standards, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Even by then standards, this was a bad show.
I've got nothing to compare it to in terms of what it was like. Well, we had.
Did you
we had
never
Smallville.
ever? Did you ever know? Yeah. Did you ever just
I did.
peruse Smallville.
I did. I love season 1 and 2 and maybe 3 a little bit, but then I just got disinterested in it. I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
There was just too much
I
drama.
got to that point with
like,
Smallville where I just became so disinterested, but I got there at about like season 7 or 8.
No. And then, it just became really dry.
There was something kind of, for me at the time, as a kind of late teens, early 20s, there was something kind of, you know, magnetic about that show. You know, and I, as a comic book fan, I enjoyed it. There were incredibly frustrating things about that show, like how much that show just tried to keep holding the character back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just really wanted to introduce all the lore, but at the same time hold the character back.
I mean, he doesn't actually fly in that, does he? Until
No.
until the very last episode or something.
I think it's I think I don't know, because I didn't watch
No,
I didn't watch it to the
either.
end.
I'm
I kind of
guessing
gave
from-
up at about season 7 or 8
Right.
when Lana. Oh man, it became so convoluted. Did Lana become a witch?
Yes. Yes, I remember that episode.
But I don't know if I got through that or not. There were
I
a lot of
remember that
storylines
episode.
you had to just basically just get through. You know, you just wanted to get through to the other side.
I mean, would you, considering the history of one of the characters in that?
Two of the characters. Two of the actresses.
Yeah, two of the actors.
One lesser than the other.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Would you watch it again? I mean, Chloe in herself was one of my favourite characters. at
Chloe
the
was
time.
my favourite character.
But
You know?
then
I fancied the pants off of Lana, but you know, Chloe was my favourite character.
Lana was just wet.
I know. But she was super pretty, you know, and I was like 19, 20 at the time, you know. I was like Clark, you know. There's Chloe,
Yeah.
who is just so much cooler and stuff, but I'm just like, but Lana, you know.
You're thinking with the top of it rather than your...
I'm thinking with my little brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, at that age, I suppose you would just...
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
But this was by the same producers, and you can really tell. It hits all the same beats. The episodes are structured in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
The conflict is forced in pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of forced conflict in this show. You really don't want to talk about it.
Not really.
I need you to talk more on these podcasts, alright? Like, when I'm editing, I'm just like...
Is it just you chatting away? Look, this show is awful in so many different ways. And the one that stands out the most for me is the writing.
The writing,
The
yeah.
writing
Yeah,
is
that's it as
so-
well. Like, the acting's terrible, but you have to
Yeah.
wonder, is it a function of the writing? Is the writing just that? I mean,
So dull.
the prequels, you know, the acting suffers because of the writing.
Yeah, but do you know what? You can have bad writing and good acting.
Yeah.
There are so many
I mean,
actors out
Alec
there.
Guinness proves that in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know, well, in the first movie. And his Force Ghost also proves that. But, you know, the writing's clunky.
It is. It's McClunky.
It's McClunky.
You know,
It fails on every level of a TV show.
Yeah.
And you keep saying, like, you know, for
No.
its time.
No,
you know?
all right. Do you know what? I was looking at IMDb reviews, and so nearly all of them said better than expected. What happened to the second season? Cut down before its time. All that kind of stuff. And I was just sitting there thinking,
Okay.
why?
All right, okay. Was that out of, like, thousands of reviews? Or was that, like...
Probably 60.
Yeah, because this is it. It's one of those shows where two things are happening, I think, in that scenario.
Go on.
Right? One, it's 2002, and we don't have much to choose from at that point. As I was saying to you before, like, people who are starving love gruel.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but even then-
two, not many people watched it. The people who would have watched it based on trailers, you know, they've seen trailers. They've seen what this is going to look like.
Yeah.
They've seen how bad it's going to look, but they've still decided, like, hey, that looks cool. I'm going to check that out, right? You've managed to get a certain percentage of the audience pass that hurdle.
Hurdle.
That's a very small cross section of the audience of like your.
Look, I'm not going to defend this show. I did not like the 2 episodes. In fact, I hated it so much. I think it was halfway through episode 1, and I thought an hour had gone.
I've got a note about that. Right, so we can either just talk about this, or we can run through it step by step.
No, whichever you choose, go on.
Do you know, there's a part of me that wants to kind of record 2 podcasts, so and let the audience have like a choose your own adventure. Do you want to just hear us talk about it, or do you want to hear us run through it beat by beat? Right, so I've got like, okay,
go on.
My rule with taking notes for this whole thing was like, if there's something that just kind of makes me go, what? Then I'll write it down.
Right.
That happened in every freaking scene.
I know. I could see you furiously typing away. It was incredible watching you.
Every scene had me just like, what the fuck?
All right, let's start this from the beginning, right? So at the beginning of every episode, you've got Alfred doing a voiceover of what.
He's just like giving
like dumping exposition on us.
Yeah.
And in the pilot, it's all about what happened and why Bruce Wayne has kind of just disappeared, and him and the Joker.
Right.
Right?
Okay, all right.
Go on.
You're missing, but the thing
I
is,
know,
right,
I've
the
missed
thing is,
those. I'm waiting for you to...
you skipped over like one major thing at the beginning.
What?
New Gotham. This whole thing is set in New Gotham.
Yeah, see, my theory, you're really confused about that.
No, I'm just really annoyed by that.
Why are you annoyed?
Because why not just have it in Gotham?
Yes.
Why does it have to be New Gotham?
Yeah, why do we have to have an alternate universe? Why can't it be set in the canon? Why can't it or the television world?
They keep flashing back to like Batman and Catwoman. Well, I say keep. It's like the first episode.
Yeah.
We don't know. But it's very clearly the Tim Burton Batman and Catwoman. Except Catwoman, for some reason, had actual cat powers.
Yes.
And their daughter, Helena, the Huntress, who, as we know, is an assassin type, crossbow. She's part of the Bat family. She's kind of an anti-hero.
Yeah,
she's
depends
pretty
what
cool.
story you're reading. Yeah, she's cool.
Helena, yeah. My favourite version of her is the one that's dating the Question.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, but this one, for some reason, has weird cat powers as well.
But she's supposed to be metahuman.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why. She's supposed to, I think in this version, she's supposed to be metahuman.
No, she's not supposed to be. She is.
Is
And
metahuman.
so is, for some reason,
Silly.
Dinah.
Yeah. Which is weird.
Yeah, and Selena, because no, she's not metahuman. Do you remember, they'd say she's half metahuman. Look, you're either metahuman or you're not.
I forgot about that, yes.
I think we should bring the bottle. We need to bring the Jack Daniels up, because I'm not going to get through this. Oh, fuck.
Right, so she is metahuman.
Yeah, and in the opening we see the whole, like, the Killing Joke thing where the Joker knocks on her door. Except, like...
That's for Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, but he shoots her. In the Killing Joke, the Joker... Do you remember why the Joker shot Barbara Gordon?
Vaguely.
It's not because she's bad girl.
Oh no, she's trying to manipulate Jim Gordon into
he's trying to
mad.
He's trying to get him mad. He shoots Barbara Gordon because she's Jim Gordon's daughter. And he's trying to drive Jim Gordon crazy. He didn't know she was Batgirl.
No.
That was just a fluke. But in this, he shoots her because she's Batgirl.
Yeah.
Right? And when she's laying there bleeding on the floor, her fucking costume's right there in the corner. No wonder he knows she's Batgirl.
Yeah, you don't leave your costume in the middle of the floor. Who does that? That's a rookie move, man.
I know. It's like Batman. Like what? Like
it's one-on-one, right?
No, I blame Batman.
Why?
I blame Batman because he obviously didn't teach her. Because he mentored her.
Yeah.
He didn't teach her, like, put your shit away.
No. I mean that's just bad.
I mean, but this Batman very clearly sucks.
Yes.
This version of Batman.
Why does he suck?
Because he just ran off like a fucking coward.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Boo-hoo.
He put Joker in jail.
Yeah, but like Joker...
And then disappeared.
Joker's in Arkham.
Yeah.
So?
But
just like so?
And the thing is, but isn't Harley in Arkham as well?
No, but Joker, like... When has that ever been a problem for the Joker?
Never. Ever.
So he's in Arkham Asylum. Batman's like, okay, cool, bye-sies.
And there's nothing in the world looking for him or even asking or questioning it or...
But that's it as well. This is set in a universe where all of that, like, Batman and, you know, the adventures of Batman and Robin, like, in this point in the universe, they've had Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Barbara, obviously, you know, and no one knows about this shit. Like, that cop, the hot cop, he's like, no, you know, no one believes in this shit. I mean, what the...
But even the cop doesn't believe it. It's happening right in front of him.
It's a secret war. Like, in all the Batman mythos, right? If he's been going around for long enough for, like, to have, like, 3 Robins, everyone knows who Batman is.
Yeah. And he captured the Joker. And so everyone knows who Batman is.
The Joker grandstands. Yes. There is no way no one in this universe would know who the Joker is.
No.
He grandstands. Yeah. This is, I mean, either this is set in a universe of morons.
Like, it's all set in the Smallville universe. I think it's supposed to be, like, they're connected somehow.
Yeah, they make reference to, like, the meteor showers and it's the same producers and things like that.
But... even in Smallville, they don't even know what's going on in this world. Yeah, I get that, because,
look, in the Smallville universe, it makes sense.
Right.
Like, in Smallville, the show, it makes sense.
It's in a town.
No, it's because this is Superman's beginning.
Right, okay.
Right? So no one knows about Superman. It makes sense that it's like this kind of like... But this is very clearly set in a city with history.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, okay. I'll get that. I'll take that.
This is 7 years since Batman left. Batman, the guardian of Gotham, who has had 3 Robins and a Batgirl, but no one knows about, like, and what...
I don't understand how nobody knows about Batman.
Yeah.
You've got Shamar Moore, who plays the cop.
Yeah.
Shamar Moore. All right. Okay. So he plays the cop, right?
Yeah.
And even he doesn't know who Batman is.
Like, everyone thinks he's crazy because of, like, he believes that the weird crime, there's more to the weird crimes than there is, than it appears, than they assume. You know, look, there's suspension of disbelief, but then when you have to suspend your disbelief because of their disbelief in a comic book universe, like in The Flash, in the first couple of seasons of The Flash, it made sense.
Yes.
Because this is the beginning of metahumans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Joker's clearly had a career. Harley, we don't know which other Batman villains, because they reference Batman very heavily.
Yes.
We don't know what other Batman villains there have been, but, you know.
No.
I forgot something.
What did you forget?
I thought I had to get up, that's why I took my headphones off. But I forgot my wedding ring, like, after I did the dishes. I take my wedding ring off when I do the dishes.
Yeah, it's smart. Yeah. Plus it itches.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, this show is so infuriating.
I mean, we'd rather talk about the dishes right now.
I know. Okay, so there were like 8 plates, and I think
I made a really good roast dinner today, so there was loads of dishes.
And then there was the bowl from the paper mache thing with the volcano I was making with Xavier, and then I think there were roughly 13 or 14 forks.
Yeah.
Possibly 11 knives.
Talking about knives, isn't that how Catwoman dies?
Yeah, she's stabbed.
No, she's stabbed.
You really want to talk about the show?
Come on, we have to.
I would rather talk about the dishes than talk about this show.
Yeah,
all right. Can I just run through my checklist?
Yeah, go on.
I'm literally okay. I'm gonna run through this checklist.
We're gonna speed through this. Go on.
I'm gonna tell you what I wrote.
Right.
And you're gonna tell me what scene it is.
Oh God, no! Don't do that to me.
She's clairvoyant.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Why?
Like suddenly, like Dinah, who we know as Black Canary, but then when I look through the credit listing, there is somebody else listed as Black Canary. So this is clearly not Black Canary. But this is Raven. This is what.
Is it supposed to be Raven?
No. This is my only. This is what the only thing I can assume is that they actually wanted Raven, but they couldn't use Raven because she's a Teen Titan or whatever, and maybe they would, like.
No, but why?
But all of her powers.
In the show, I don't even know who. I mean, I thought she was Black Canary in the show.
I thought they were keying up, and that's why I looked up Black Canary last, and I was like, I don't remember her ever having...
So who is she supposed to be in the DC universe? You think it's supposed to be Raven?
No, I think that's what it is they wanted to have Raven, but they couldn't. And Black Canary is part of the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Black Canary's name is Dinah. We'll have a Dinah in there, but we'll also have a Black Canary. And it just,
so they've just manipulated the law,
material.
the material.
They've kind of like massaged the source material. Like,
I
by
mean,
massage, I mean like try to cram like a square peg into a triangle.
Yeah.
And just hammered it until it fit.
I mean, okay, I'm going to probably need a shot now. They kind of stick to some of it in terms of the lore. Like, for example, Helena in the comics.
In some versions, in some universes, she is in fact the daughter of Bruce and Selina.
Yeah, and she does become the Huntress.
Yeah, but she doesn't have fucking cat powers.
No, she doesn't make that.
She doesn't make that
bit. I'm just saying that they are sticking to some minuscule, tiny little thing.
It's almost like a rumor of the source material. And she doesn't have to make that weird cat noise every time she goes into a right before she goes into a fight. Like every time her eye does that thing, you hear it. And she doesn't do that weird CGI leap.
Oh my god, when we saw that, all of the fight choreography and all of the movements are hokey.
Yeah, the fight choreography. The fight choreography is terrible. I could do a keyword search on this on fight choreography, right? And it will come up probably about 15 times with the word bad or terrible attached to it. I did say to you quite early into this, this feels like a kind of like Birds of Prey porn parody. Like the acting, the costume design, the makeup.
There's so much of it.
The casting, the sets, the CGI Sushi City. All of it, at every level, it just felt like a porn parody, and I was waiting for it. And there's even a scene where they cue it up, and I'm like...
There are 2 scenes in that same episode!
There's a few moments where I'm like, alright, this is usually where someone pulls their dick out.
You've got the scene in the shower with Harley and Slick.
Yeah, Slick. Oh my god, Slick.
Right, so this character does not really exist in the actual DC universe. It's just made up. I think half of the...
He was just made up of bad CG water.
Yeah, oh my god. The way he... what did I say? It looked like yesterday?
It looked like...
diluted with water.
No, it looked like really watery ejaculate. Alright, I'm going to go through my checklist.
Go on.
So we go through New Gotham.
Boo.
I guess this is set in the Burtonverse. Somebody stop him! That's the thing with Selina's dead. Nobody stops him. Nobody goes... everyone just kind of goes, who? Everyone's just like...
But there's a lot of that. You've got the rat scene. Yeah. And all everybody does is stare.
Oasis.
Surprising.
Yeah. Stop crying your heart out. And Aaron Paul, Jesse Pinkman turns up. Turns out
he's the only person in the whole in the show that's actually made a career.
Yeah, everyone else's career just died a fiery death after this.
Yeah, everybody's literally done bit parts in the show.
They just became bit actors for the rest of it.
They may have had like a few episodes in a show or whatever it is, but they're literally just bit parts.
Sorry, I just wanted to check. Your levels are good.
Good.
And also, like, our introduction to Barbara and, Oracle.
Yes.
Immediate. First scene, forced romance.
Oh, God.
With a guy called Wade.
You know he's going to be bad.
Never... Well, I base that purely on never trust a Wade. You know? Deadpool. Wade. Do not trust Deadpool.
No,
he's a great character. Yeah. He's fun. Don't trust him.
No.
You know, he will eat your chimichanga.
You got Wade in Grand Theft as well.
Yeah, exactly. Do not trust a Wade. What do we got? Also, pages. We're at that period between like mobile and there's a Palm Pilot. There's a Palm Pilot. Pages and Palm Pilots. We're at that sort of in between.
Tiny little flip phones. Do you remember those? That was on the table. Mm-hmm.
CG City. There are so many swooshing shots of the CG City.
I couldn't actually figure out if there were... Because of the fight scenes and some little things, some of it just looks really cartoony. Like, something like the 90s...
Do you mean like the scene itself or the movements or the action?
Both.
Like, there are moments where the exteriors, they kind of look comic booky, and that's pretty cool. That's kind of... in the pile of like 99,000 shit points. Like they get one good point in the fact that their exteriors do look a bit comic booky.
Yeah, okay.
It kind of reminds me. There's a moment when the guy gets hit by the truck.
Oh yeah.
That set kind of felt a bit sort of Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
Yeah, okay. I actually like that show.
I love that show.
I love that show.
I fucking
I
love
love that show.
It's such a shame Dean Cain is a right-wing nutball.
You know what? It's funny because there's a lot of that in what we watch.
I know.
Firefly.
I know. Like all these just like all our favourite shows, and it turns out somebody in there turns out to be like a right-wing
Oh
nutball.
no, just a dickhead.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Cough, cough, Adam Baldwin, cough, cough.
I hate this show.
What, like Tales from Beyond the Sofa?
No, I love this show.
You love this show? All right.
I love our show.
I mean, it's the only time we really get to talk to each other.
Too busy for everything else.
I know, right? The only really thing we do is either just offer each other a cup of coffee or argue.
But that's all they seem to do in
so-
this as well. Like, if you look at Helena and Barbara, they
I
just
know.
argue. That's
Everyone
all they
just
do,
bickers.
bickers
Everyone
at each
bickers,
other.
but in that kind of like, you're my sister kind of way. It's that like late 90s, early 2000s sort of like sisterly, bangs.
Yeah. I want to say charmed.
Yeah. All right. So Helena's seeing a psychiatrist. She's a blonde female psychiatrist in New Gotham.
So if nobody can see what I'm actually doing, I'm touching my nose and pointing.
I mean, is it possible she's Harley? Spoiler alert.
She's Harley.
Yeah. There are moments where they could have had, like, you know...
They could have pulled it back just
like,
a little
the
bit.
fact is, like, in the first scene we see her,
Yeah.
it's, like, very kind of... It's just normal,
Yeah.
right? And in the next scene we see her. Now,
Yeah.
if you edit out the establishing shot of her door with Dr. Harleen Quinzel...
Psychiatrist.
Exactly. Then there are moments in that scene that would make you kind of go like, huh? Because she's like, she starts questioning, like, to Helena, she starts questioning Barbara's motives. Did she take you in for your sake or for her own? And that would give you pause. Interesting.
Who is this?
And then later on, the gorgeous the gorgeous Detective Reese calls her Dr. Quinzel, and she's like, "Oh no, please call me Harley." Yeah. And that would be like an that would have made for an interesting reveal.
Yeah, but I mean, as fans of the world and everything else in comic book, we knew straight off.
Yeah, but it would have still been.
But it still would have been interesting.
It would have still been nice if they just kind of been a little bit more coy with it, rather than like, here's a scene where we don't say who she is, and then next scene we tell you exactly who she is,
but
and then we'll play the rest of the episode, and then right at the end we'll reveal that she's evil. If they had just revealed her name right at the end, that would have been like, called it, but that's a really cool way to do it.
Yeah, because as soon as you reveal who she is, we all know what. Yeah, you're right. You completely. Fuck that.
There's Harleen Quinzel. She's not Harley Quinn. She's Harleen
Quinzel.
But she's like Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
She's
what
basically
did we say
Smallville.
yesterday? We said a cross between Lex Luthor.
Hang on, I've got it on my notes. 1 second. All right. For the camera, for the sake of the camera, I'm just gonna quickly just.
Yeah, go on.
These are all my notes. I'm gonna from the start. These are all my notes. That's
quite something. Considering
we
really do not.
Usually I just enjoy a show and just like think on it, but this one I was like, I need to stop moving in my chair because there's that noise. Look, hang on.
Oh yes, I can hear it. Squeaky, 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 squeak.
Okay. It's a very sunny Gotham.
Yes.
That's the first.
It is a very sunny Gotham.
It's a very Smallville Gotham.
Yeah. Yeah. But it doesn't even feel like Gotham.
What I've got a note here is like, oh, hang on. I need to stop moving in this chair. There's a spot I can sit in this chair where it doesn't make noise. I need to just get some WD-40. Okay, so I've got a note here that says, okay, Huntress has cat powers. There's reference to Barbara being suicidal?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is okay. This is
so, all right, episode 1. Give us an outline of episode 1 quickly.
An outline of episode 1. So basically, it's a come together story in that.
Now, what's the freak of the week thing that they're doing?
I can't even remember.
All right, so a bunch of guys are like there's a dude who's walking out into traffic. There are these quote unquote suicides, right?
Yeah.
And they deal with it in a very kind of like, wait, I wrote a note about this. Let me just find it. You talk while I find it.
No, don't they do it in a way as if like one by one kind of thing?
Yeah, okay. Harley. I think the overall arc. I don't know.
Oh, I've already guessed it.
You can watch the rest of season 1. But my assumption is Harley has like a kind of Chinatown style real estate thing going on to control the infrastructure of New Gotham.
Yeah.
Okay, but they the guys who started the foundation or the consortium or whatever to buy the land and develop it. 3 of them are dying in suicides. And, right, there's a point...
Is that episode 1? Isn't that episode 2?
No, episode 2 is... Slick.
Oh, yeah, episode 2. Yeah.
Drowning everyone on dry land.
Yeah.
We watched 2 episodes of this.
We had to. Come on. Yeah, you know most pilots are shit.
Yeah.
I say most, not all.
I remember when Amazon was queuing up episode 3, I was like, fuck this! Please, God, can we just watch something else now, please?
No. Gotta go back.
What was I saying?
Oh, the story. So
right.
you got...
Can I just show you
the real estate guy.
Can you see the note all in capital?
Most people didn't even know he existed! This is Batman we're talking about.
Yeah, this is Barbara doing a flashback. Most people didn't even know he existed.
Everybody knows that
when you're playing
exists.
Arkham Knight and just like running around in your Batmobile, can you imagine if everyone was like, oh, who was that guy?
Or you're in the Batwing or something, just anything. I mean, all he has to do is swoop down and they'll all go, hey, Batman!
It's Santa!
Oh, God.
Right, where were we?
Yeah,
so we're talking about this real estate scheme.
So there's a real estate scheme, and and there's something in the underground tunnel.
Well, she mentions, and I don't know, I hate myself for knowing this, but Barbara mentions that in the first episode that if you buy up all this land, you basically have control of like the ports.
Yeah. So everything going in and out of the city.
Underground and everything like that. So obviously smuggling, this version of Harley wants to be a crime boss.
She wants to take over what Joker left.
What Joker in this is a crime boss.
Yeah.
It's like, and with lightning powers apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know. And somehow this Harley is connected to that Joker, but she goes into Arkham but won't.
Yeah, she never. She has full access to Arkham. Joker's not dead.
No.
Right, I'd understand. Okay, I'd give this show some credit if like maybe the storyline involved like Batman killed Joker for what he did.
Yeah, and then
disappeared.
Yeah. But he doesn't. It puts him in jail. We are told he's putting into Arkham.
Yeah, so Joker's somewhere out there in the ether of the TV unknown.
Yeah.
But we're not going to see him.
No, we just see the shadows at the beginning when they're dumping exposition.
Do you think it's because Mark Hamill's too expensive to do voiceover? This is it. They hire someone. They hire someone to play Joker, but then get Mark Hamill to do the voice.
I know. It's crazy.
And this Joker looks like a...
I'm sure they've done that with Batman as well. A different guy is in the suit compared to the guy that played Bruce Wayne.
I think it was Titans.
No, it's in this. I've read it.
Oh, right,
It definitely happens in this.
Okay, so we do see Bruce Wayne.
We see Bruce Wayne at some point,
right.
and we see Batman at some point, but they're 2 different actors playing the role.
Sorry, Jason. I knocked over Jason Voorhees.
Oh, do you know what? We forgot to put all our Batman stuff out.
Well, we've got Joker.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Okay.
I can put my Batmobile there.
Come on, if you're going down the streets, I mean, we all look around when there's a Ferrari, let alone anything else.
Speaking of Ferraris, right?
Right.
That weird bat earring communicator thing they have.
That would not work.
Barbara mentions that it costs more than a Ferrari.
Where is she getting this money from?
The Wayne Foundation.
Yeah.
The Wayne Foundation. She mentions that.
All right, fine. But Helena wants nothing to do with her father's wealth because she is so much better than that.
There is a scene between Babs and Alfred where she's like, she makes reference to like she's just grateful that she's willing to accept all the tech and stuff that the Wayne Foundation pays for. She's not going to touch her father's money or estate, but she's willing to,
Yeah, but then she makes a comment when the cop turns down was it 25
$30 million
yeah,
or something.
$30 million. Who turns down $30 million? Girl, you're turning down the whole of the Wayne Empire.
You're waiting. Yeah, exactly.
You have
So,
nothing to talk about there, man.
Finish your drink. I want another drink. I'm going to need another drink to get through this. Look, have you noticed, like, when a show's good or a movie's good, we have, like, one just to warm up, and then we'll have one on the side just going through the entire, like, 2-hour recording.
Yep.
But now we're actually confronting something bad, and all we want to do is just drink to get through it.
No, that's not a good idea, guys. Drink responsibly. Make sure you do.
Thanks, Mum. You know, you sound more and more like I don't know if it's because you had
to.
kids.
It might be, but
if you weren't a mum, I think you would say that in a less patronising way.
You maybe.
So where were we? We're not even through episode 1 yet.
No, we're not. Go on. What's the next point?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through my list.
Yeah,
tell me where we're at.
Right, go on.
So blonde psychiatrist, possibly Harley Quinn. Yes,
No,
we established that. Doctor exposition. They just dump exposition
Oh my
at
God,
every opportunity. Something going on in the city. There's something going on in the city.
Yeah, that's
Reese,
exactly this.
something's going. We've already covered this, but
Of course there is. It's Gotham. There's always something going on in that city.
yeah. So and then it turns out Aaron Paul's a rapist.
Oh yeah.
And that's when we find out about Huntress, and she's like, "It's you," because she saw them in the dream.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah, and then she follows her somehow stealthily. Well, no, she kind of locked into her memory and decides. Yeah,
every time she touches someone, she sees a memory or a secret or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I know she's 16, but one day in a few years from now, well, a few years from 2002, so she's probably found out since then. But when she has sex with someone, she's going to find out a lot of stuff about them.
That's going to be hell. Would you want that power? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Imagine that though.
Yeah.
Imagine, no.
Do you know how many times I wrote, "It's you"? A couple of times. It comes up, "It's you." Because when she sees Helena the first time, when she sees Barbara the first time. Yeah, there are too many coincidences.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
And
right,
we're about half an hour way through at this point in the episode.
Are we?
And you were asking me, when does this episode end?
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe there was literally 28 minutes on the clock. And I was like, really? Really? No. It was just... It felt like my life had been sucked out of me at some point. My heroes,
Yeah.
right? They have somehow been drained of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I felt like I was being drained of my life.
When was the last time we watched a show that gave us that feeling where it was like, when is this episode going to end? I think it was that weird Jonah Hill, Emma Stone show. Do you remember that weird, like, there's like this, oh my God. It was like this weird Netflix series.
Is that the one where there were like lots of little different stories?
Yeah, and he had a brother who lived like he was time travel or lived in an old. Yeah, that was the last time we watched the show. It was like, when's this episode?
Yeah, but the good thing about that show, there were good episodes too.
Yeah,
there was a really good interesting.
But it took too long to be interesting.
Yeah,
so I just kind of checked out very quickly.
Did. Yeah, okay, but yes. It just felt like that. You're okay, fine. I don't remember that episode. That must say a lot. But
let's see where Frisbee of Justice.
So Barbara Gordon has these things that she literally just throws.
Like Delphi dicks.
Yes.
Like
Delphi dicks.
Delphi discs, because it's all like. Because she has this Delphi logo for like Delphi alerts, and it's on that disc. I think they're probably called like Delphi discs or something, but I call them Frisbees of Justice.
So they are literally in the both episodes we've watched. They have been ex machina, because in the second episode you see I can't remember her name.
Helena, Barbara, Dinah.
Dinah. At the end, you see Dinah actually knock out the guy with using one of those things.
Every time I hear her name, I get hungry.
Dinah.
It's like, some eggs.
Do you know what? Doing my job, you should hear or see some of the names we come across.
What was the name I came across the other day? Oh man, it was just brilliant. And I wanted to text it to you.
You should have. I love interesting names.
I can't remember. Right, it turns out like the bad guy this episode used to be one of their neighbours.
Yes.
Sam's
Yeah,
best friend in
Sam's
Burn Notice.
yes. See, he's great in
the
that.
one who ends up dating Michael's mum.
But he's great in that. He plays such a great like.
Plays a schlub.
Yeah, he played a schlub.
In this one, playing like an evil executive.
Yeah, he's a money man.
This is the thing. It was such a weird turn. Like he's like, hey, all my, you're here to protect me. That's cool. And
yeah, but the thing is, we couldn't figure out who he was. We don't even know what his name is. Like in terms of the villain
I think
name.
I wrote it down. It's like Walter Kepler or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that's not a villain name.
I know. I can't figure out who he's supposed to be.
Like we
They
were
were just
thinking
kind
maybe
of-
Scarecrow, but then that doesn't work because
He's
Scarecrow.
like I don't know. Is he supposed to be like a mixture of like the Scarecrow and Dr. Destiny?
Okay.
Because like the whole nightmare. But it's
But
like
there's a
going
lot of
inside
that
a
in this show.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, yeah, because
like Slick. Like who the fuck is Slick?
He's supposed to be. There's a character in DC that is like Sandman, but his name has completely escaped me. I looked it up. No, okay. So there's a guy in the DC world that is like Sandman, and when I looked him up, his surname is actually Slick. So I thought it might be him because originally when he came on, I actually said to you, "Is this a Sand guy?"
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, the CG was that bad that you could think
and then it was,
water
it
was
supposed
sand.
to be water.
Yeah.
And what was his first name? It was just punny
Oh, it
and
was
fantastic.
so on the nose, wasn't it? Hang on. Let's look it up. It's your boy from Grimm.
Yeah, it is. But he's great in Grimm.
He's great in Burn Notice.
He is great in Burn Notice. He plays such a great character in Burn Notice. He plays the arms dealer.
Yeah.
Rich arms dealer that has all these women hanging off his arms and playing poker.
Silas Slick Waters. That's his name.
Waters.
Slick Waters.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's like next level.
Look,
Like, can you imagine that? Like, oh shit, my name is Waters and I can turn into water?
Alright, that's just taking alliteration, like, to a different level, man.
Oh wow.
So bad.
Oh wow. And it. Oh wow. There's so much I want to say, but I just cannot find the will.
Just don't watch it.
Oh my god.
Actually, do you know what? If you just want to just.
I don't know, if you want to kill some brain cells.
Yeah, then watch it. I couldn't even. Do you know what? That's too nice for it, though.
I felt stupider after watching that show.
There's not even a. It must be true because there's no such word as stupider.
Oh my god. We're only like 45 minutes into this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We need to find something else to talk about. So it's Lego Batman today.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That's a really great film.
Yeah. That's a great version of Batgirl, right? Rosario Dawson.
Yes.
And that's it as well. Like every version of these characters is just. Right. It feels like I know I keep using this term, but it does on every level. It just feels porn parody.
Yes. Yeah.
And.
Yeah, you are literally waiting for someone to strip down. I mean, they didn't. Right, if we could jump to see episode 2.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. All right. My first note on episode 2.
Go on.
So I guess every episode starts with an Alfred voiceover.
Yeah.
Which keeps flashing back to a much more interesting show.
Yeah, I want to see what happened between Batman
I want to watch the Batgirl show. I don't want to watch this show.
No.
I want to watch the Batman and Batgirl show.
Yeah. And that whole thing. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most frustrating thing about this show. It keeps referencing a much more interesting show.
Yeah. It's such a... Yeah. Yeah. And I want to see that.
A show that doesn't exist.
No.
A show that it wishes it was.
Okay. So, was Smallville running at the time this was on?
I think Smallville went until about between probably 98 or... do you know what? I've got an iPad in front of me.
You have got an iPad.
With
IMDb.
IMDb literally ready to go. So let me have a look. Smallville went from 2001 to 2011. So it was a year into Smallville.
So do you think that they were trying to do what they've done now in terms of making this DC universe that we have now? Do you think
they were
like
trying
a precursor to that?
They were trying to do like an interconnected TV universe.
Yeah,
you know, this was a spin-off of it, or not even a spin-off, but set within the same. Because they make reference to the Meteors.
Yeah, they do. I know. I remember that. I'm
so glad this didn't join Smallville.
No, but the characters are in the Flash.
Do you know what?
Which I'd like to see now.
Everything
just because of that. I mean, we haven't watched any of the new stuff.
Yeah, I know. We
haven't
years. Watched it for like 3-4 years now. But it's funny. Everything you hate about the show is everything I hate about Charmed.
I love Charmed.
I know. I know. The original Charmed, not that really weird.
No, this. I haven't even seen the new weird version.
It's funny because this show feels no different to me than Charmed.
I don't know. Do you know what? I think I expect a bit more from superheroes than I do from witches.
Yeah, I know. But
and witches are supposed to be sultry and seduction and
I know.
and strong and all of that.
And that's it.
But
Helena acts like a porn star.
Yes.
She acts like she's queuing up someone's dick. You know, she's like, there's that whole bit where she beats up Aaron Paul and she's like, oh, you know, I prefer a man with endurance.
Yeah, like really.
You know, she treats fighting Aaron Paul as like foreplay.
There's all this sisterly love, but there is no sisterly love between any of them.
This is it as well. Okay, end of episode 1.
Yeah.
Right, it climaxes. Porn reference. It climaxes with Dinah going into Helena's mind to save her from these suicidal thoughts. Right? And Barbara's in there, and you know, she saves her life. And then even Barbara makes a point of saying like, you know, we would have died without her. Jump to episode 2, and suddenly out of nowhere, Helena just does not trust Dinah.
Where does that come from?
Because she took her top. Because she borrowed her top.
You've got to remember, she's a girl that's come from with nothing, and you've said to her to come in, and the statement she made, just wear anything. So she grabs anything.
Yeah, she criticizes her clothes, like, because they're too, like, not her.
Yeah.
And then she kind of emulates her. She's like, I don't trust you. Who the fuck are you? Get out of my, you know.
And the messages in this movie are a bit...
It's mixed.
We're mixed.
It's mixed. Like, one episode it's this, and then the next episode it's this completely conflicting message.
Yeah. This episode 2 is all about trust. Isn't it?
Every episode of Smallville was about trust.
But you trust no one in Smallville.
No, but everyone's like, man, I want to trust you. That's not how trust works. Trust. And Lex and Clark would have all these conversations about trust constantly.
I know.
Because
Lex
is like, I know.
You've got a secret.
You know. And but do you know that I know? Dude, it's just like, oh my god, dude, seriously. You know, he's not your boyfriend.
No.
You know, let the dude have a life.
Yes. But Dinah doesn't... Oh, all right, fine. We've watched 2 episodes. And I don't like her. I do not like her.
She's kind of whingy.
Yeah, she is. Oh, okay, she's a teenager. Teenagers are supposed to whinge. Right? But she's not whingy in the sense of, oh, man, she's whingy.
She's in a kind of whingy and a kind of, oopsie.
Yeah. That is her to a T. It is so true. And it's like, this is, you know, I have never felt as home as I have felt as home with you guys. And like, please take me in. And it's like, but they have no reason to
She's a lost puppy.
She's a lost puppy. You know, and you've got Barbara saying to Helena, don't you remember how you were at that age? Don't you remember all the drama you went through?
Like audible eye roll. You know, like, oh.
Really? You're going to bring that up now?
They're all a bunch of fucking teenagers. And I can't believe, like, Barbara, they've positioned Barbara as the matriarch.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, Barbara's been around the block, you know, she's doing this long enough to be paralysed. But...
What? Is that just her state of being?
You have to do it. Like, you have to be a superhero for a long time to be, like, paralysed. To, you know, for something like that to happen in comic book lore. It's not like, end of your first run... Bam, you're paralysed. You have to be around for a long time to be paralysed. Just in comic books. Not
Yeah, I
in real
get
life.
it. I get it.
But it's hard to imagine Barbara as like a matriarch.
Yeah.
Like even in the Batgirl of Burnside storyline.
Yeah.
Somehow they managed to kind of maintain Barbara's youth. But this one just feels like
She's older.
oh no, she just feels so brooding. She's boring.
She is boring. And do you know what? Okay, so forget Dinah because she's only 16, so that doesn't involve her. But why is it the two main women in the thing have to have a romance? Like you said, in the first episode, you've got
In Barbara's introduction.
you got Barbara's introduction. You've got some guy mooching on her.
Yeah.
And now
you're convinced he's a bad guy.
And I'm convinced
now
he's a bad
I'm
guy.
interested just based on that assumption, based on your assumption.
Yeah.
Right. I'm tempted, only slightly, not too much, but just a slightly.
Go on.
To watch it through, just to see if you're
I
right.
think he's going to be like
Right.
a Deathstroke kind of character.
Okay. I work quite heavily on our editing and our videos and
Right.
stuff like that. Can I set you a task while I'm editing?
Go on.
At least once a week. So at least so we can have it for the podcast. Just one episode at least a week.
Okay.
Just watch an episode.
All right.
Just keep me up to, and then you can keep me up to speed on the podcast.
Fine.
What's happening with Wade? Is he a bad guy? We'll call it Wade Watch.
Oh, you're gonna make me do this, aren't you?
It's only like 13 episodes. You can do that.
That's fucking 13 weeks of my bloody life.
Have you seen how much work I do in front of this computer?
You are making sure your brain cells are working. You are trying to kill mine.
Yeah, but I'm editing like a podcast, a Patreon-only video, a YouTube video, our Sunday...
Bah, 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 bah.
Our Sunday Picard reaction videos.
Bah, 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 bah.
Links for which
Bah,
are in,
bah, 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 bah.
links are in the description. So yeah, I want you to watch an episode a week. Just one episode a week. That's 42 minutes of your life.
Can I watch it in like a day?
You can watch it on a day. I guess that's how watching stuff works.
No, I don't mean I have to watch one every week until we've finished all our podcasts. That's just grueling.
Well, it's every 2 weeks.
I know.
Seriously.
No, but
You
can
can't
I...
spare me 40 minutes every 2 weeks for content.
No, I will. Okay, fine. You've twisted my arm and it hurts real bad.
Yeah, you love it. I suddenly want chicken nuggets.
Right, so we decided to go and have a break. And have something to eat. And if you're watching this on Patreon, then you can see Tom just in despair after what we just did.
Oh my god, I hate this show so much.
We've just come back after having like a really, really good snack, right?
Yeah.
And we decided, you know what, let's just do this for
While
a
we have
game.
our snack,
While we
let's
have
just
a-
see what happens
Yeah.
next. Maybe it picks up.
Yeah, maybe. But oh my god.
I hate the show.
I hate this show and now you're making me watch it all. So that
It was painful.
Oh,
Oh my god.
nobody knows about Batman. And now it's
Yeah,
confirmed.
yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's fucking confirmed.
There's
in
like
episode
rumor
3.
has it there was this dude back in the day that used to run around fighting criminals dressed as a bat.
And you go,
What? Dressed as a flying rodent? Are you sure? Like, I know, right? What a nutcase! And he attracted all
Alright,
these
So
meta-humans.
if that's the case, does that mean that Batman is meta-human?
No,
in this
they're saying
reality.
that they're saying that they kept it so under wraps that at this point it's like it's a rumor.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Commissioner Gordon?
No idea. Is he dead?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know, but like,
I mean,
like
Barbara
that's
never
Barbara's
talks to-
dad.
yeah, Barbara
It's
never
Barbara's
talks-
dad.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a stretch.
Because in episode 2 they talk about her hacking into GCPD, right? There's that moment where they talk about hacking into GCPD, and
Probably, I guess. I
and
don't know.
nobody mentions Gordon at
Yeah.
all. It's like, you know, where is he? It's just this random cop, and it's not even a cop from the animated show.
Yeah, it's not like Bullock or anything like that.
No. Just some random
I don't
dude.
know. Okay, and all right. So the first villain,
Yes.
was Sam Hammer's best friend,
Yes.
who turned out to be like this weird Sandman Dr. Destiny thing.
Yes.
Then you had Slick Waters,
I will never get over
a
that.
dude
name.
with water powers.
You could literally drown a person.
And then the new villain we had was Reese's new partner, who is a meta. We thought it was a Mazo because he could mimic other metas' powers, but then it turned out. So the impression I'm getting is that they want to use like Superman, Batman villains.
Yeah, but they can't.
But for some reason they're not allowed to, or they can't, or they don't want to. So instead they give like a cop kind of Amazo-esque powers that when he's near a metahuman,
he gets a really bad headache.
And then he takes their powers.
Yep.
He can, he mimics their powers.
He basically mimics them and kills them. So the first guy could throw acid, so he killed the guy that could throw acid with acid. The second dude, he was ice.
He froze him.
And he froze him. You know, apparently he was making margaritas at some point in the movie.
Well, if you remember, he was the barman at the...
he was.
Yeah. He was the really friendly
See,
barman.
I called it as well at the end. I said, they're either going to... What they're going to do is get Dinah and maybe some of the other metahumans and just overstimulate him, and he's going to do something. That's it. I knew it. It was coming. It was predictable.
I have to wonder... Their bar for kind of acting capabilities seems to be very, very low.
God, yeah. It's so rigid. It's so rubbish.
It's so, I'm acting. This is me acting. I'm acting right now. Do you see me acting? Here I am acting angry.
Right. Is it just me, or do they actually sound bored? Like when they're saying some of their lines, they just sound bored. Or
yes,
but then there are also intonations.
But there are also moments where it sounds like they're trying to remember.
Yeah. It's not even that complicated. The script is terrible.
Oh.
The script is terrible. There's some... No, okay, the end.
Does it?
The end. The end. You know,
oh yeah.
The three
All
of
right.
us
This is the thing
it.
that we miss it. I called it at the end of the first episode, didn't I?
Yeah.
This is going to be a motif.
Yeah.
Every episode ends with the balcony.
Yeah.
They're standing on the balcony, sitting on the balcony, whatever, and they're having this kind of like conversation while wistfully looking off into middle distance. And it's the barn from Smallville.
Yeah.
Every episode of Smallville ends or around the barn where they have these kind of like summation conversations.
Yeah, I remember that.
They summarize what the episode's been about, their personal journey for this episode.
But it's no good. It is just no good. And look, I love these characters in the comics and in the TV, in the TV cartoons that we've watched and all the things that we've seen. But I do not love them in this. I have no affiliation with any of them. I do not connect with any of them. I just feel and why is it that do their lives have to revolve around these men?
Around their love life.
Around their love life.
It's Ally McBeal all over again. It's Ally McBeal with superpowers.
It's like why? Why do you care what some man's parents think? You're not married.
I know.
Do you know?
And now Huntress is all hung up on Reese.
And it's like, no, but I can't tell him, can I? But he already knows, dude. You can't. What can't you tell him? He knows. You told him. You told him in the second episode.
Her name. That's it. That's the only thing she hasn't told him at this point.
Yeah. I mean, he could just get her DNA.
He's seen her topless.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? God. Do you know what? This show feels like it was written not by people who ever read the comics,
right,
but by people who have had the comics described to them.
All right, I like this story. I think I'm going to take this bit, but I don't know what that character's name is. So I tell you what, let's make it into let's change it from sand to water and just call him Slick Waters.
It genuinely feels like.
Sorry, I just can't get over that name.
Slick Waters, yes. I'm just looking at the light next to you. The light. Hang on, this is going to bug me. 1 second. Now, only the Patreon people know what that's about.
Oh, God.
Oh, I hate the show. This is so hard to talk about.
Yeah.
There is...
What kills it? Like I said, IMDb has just got these 10 out of 10. It's
Yeah, but the
cut
thing is-
short and this, that, and the other. It's like, no, dude. Even for 2002, it was rubbish. Like you were saying earlier, I'm sure Buffy was better than this.
Buffy is better.
Yeah.
Okay, Buffy has some, like... It struggles in the first 1.5 seasons.
Yeah, okay.
But by the end of season 2, beginning of season 3, it hits its stride.
Yeah.
And those episodes still hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some hokey late 90s, early 2000s stuff going on throughout Buffy.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the writing, the characterization, the storylines, the story arcs, they hold up.
All right. Let's talk about story arc. It's the same thing. Every episode, from episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3.
There's a formula.
There's a formula.
Has a freak of the week formula.
Yeah, and but it's not just that it's a freak of the week. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's by the numbers.
Yeah, it's by the numbers.
It's like they have...
And you learn nothing about the characters.
Yeah, it's like they have an episode template.
Yeah.
And they just fill in each section as they go along.
But you're supposed to grow with these characters and
Yeah.
kind of learn more and more about them. But you learn nothing except that Huntress is just angry.
Okay, I don't know if it's just me,
Go
but
on.
the end of episode 3 where she's talking to Reese, a black guy.
Yeah.
Talking about people killing her people.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit kind of...
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
all right, rein it in a little.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, look, know your audience.
I have to agree with that. Totally.
If they're going to use metahumans as like as an analog for race and racial tensions, do not direct that to a black guy.
person. No, that's just nope. And no, you cannot say that 2002 was a different time. You just do not do that.
It kind of was. I mean, it was almost 20 years ago. Think about
Yeah,
it.
80.
How fucking crazy is that? 2002 was almost 20 years ago. Nuts. And the thing is, it is so late 90s.
Yes.
The hair, the clothes, the music,
everything.
the theme tune. That theme tune is painful. That theme tune is so bad. Because they're obviously trying to go for like a Smallville, Remy Zero, Somebody Save Me type vibe.
Yeah.
But it is
Terrible.
horrible.
It is horrible.
It is just offensive to the ears.
And you should know.
There's just so much swooshy city, CG city shots. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why they kind of indulge in those shots of New Gotham High School, because it looks like it looks like a 3D composite.
Yeah, it does not look real at all.
You know when like investors, when like companies or whatever are like pitching to investors and they have like those 3D renders.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's trying to get someone to invest in New Gotham. Oh, and there are so many of those shots.
Yeah, there are. But the thing is, it doesn't move the story on from episode 2. We do not see Harley in this episode once.
Yeah,
I think
this is just a filler episode.
Yeah, but why did they need a filler episode by episode 3? Filler episodes come towards the end, not in...
they usually come in the middle.
Yeah, and this is not the middle. It's
sort
why...
Of, yeah.
I mean, especially when you leave it on such an intrigue, or such an intrigue.
As much as this show can muster.
Yeah, no. Just, why would you do that? I mean, why would you... I don't know.
Do you know what I love, though?
I can't even articulate how I feel about this thing. It's not even a show that... And now I am forced to watch it, so just for you guys.
Do you know what's great, though? I've never realised until this evening how much fun it is to watch something that you hate.
Why?
Because it is so much fun watching something you hate with you. It is so much fun. Just the commentary, the reactions.
Like, so you went downstairs.
The hands in the air.
So you went downstairs to check on the little one because he started crying. And that whole Batman moment
the
came
Batman
up,
is a rumour
right?
scene.
I couldn't help it. I had to put my hands together and actually beg him, please don't make me watch this again. I cannot do this. I can't
You
do
were like,
it.
you need to watch this.
and
Was it that? It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
horrific you had to share it.
yes. Yes, I needed to put you through the pain I just went through. You know, it was like, no, everybody knows who Batman is.
It's like
Come
it's
on.
trying so hard to create this mystique.
Around Batman.
No, just this mystique, this general sense
fine.
of mystique around it's like, it's reality.
It's universe.
It's like, why can't this shit just be out in the open?
Yes.
Why can't we just be like, okay, Batman was a thing, we haven't seen him in years, but we've got these other figures, we don't know who they are, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we just
Because,
be...
you know,
but instead of just the whole, like...
Oh,
well,
he did exist at one time.
It's an urban legend. The Batman. Remember, 3 Robins and a Batgirl.
Yes. Whose brilliant idea was it to watch this? Yours? Why did you do it?
I think it was a joint decision.
No.
Well, you were the one who was like, no, we got to do something for Birds of Prey.
Yeah, but
we can't go to see the film.
I would have rather have done the 90s cartoon and the Birds of Prey episode in that. That's so much more fun.
You know, algorithms.
Bloody SEOs.
I know.
You know what though, listeners? With us watching it, it means that you don't have to. Why put yourself through the pain where you can just listen to us go babble on about it?
Ramble.
Let's get ready to ramble.
That was more Jim Morrison.
What, me?
Yeah. You got to do it as like one continuous stream.
Go on then.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready, let's get ready.
Oh, and deck. Go on, that's a deep cut.
Cheers, my dear.
Here's the ant deck.
Here's the anthem neck. Bye.
Until he got blinded in the paintball accident.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. They are an institution, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially here.
Yeah. I need to
I
stop shifting.
approve.
I'm really sorry if you've been hearing this like weird squeak noise the whole time.
I think you and I have been on that kick where we've just been twisting the
I
whole
know,
time.
it's because of this annoyance. Have you noticed when I'm really into something, I move around a lot,
Yeah,
but I don't have to swing around
I
like
don't
I'm like,
either.
It's
I
like,
feel
you know,
I
when
need to kind
teenagers,
of-
when teenagers kind of flail their arms around, it's like that. But it's like, I have to talk about this bloody thing. What's the next thing we're doing?
The Invisible Man.
Yeah, we haven't decided if that should be
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man or the original.
Invisible Man. Yeah. Haven't decided.
We keep flip-flopping.
Mm.
I don't know, I'm so done talking about this bloody thing.
Yeah. Do you know what we should really do? Clean our palette and watch The Joker.
Yeah.
Just cleanse the palette a little bit.
Yeah, we've been waiting for. Yeah, we've got that. We've got that ready.
Maybe we should watch
I'd
that.
rather. Do you know what? I would rather talk about Men in Black International, and I didn't even watch it.
No,
it was
I
just
didn't even
on in
see
the
that.
background while I was doing the dishes.
I completely missed that movie, and then I came downstairs, and you were both watching. I think
Xavier said it got
Yeah.
to a bit of a scary bit. So
okay, fair enough. He probably needs us around. I mean, it is aliens.
Yeah, there was a
Okay.
bit of a scary bit, so he was like. I said to him, I don't think he should be watching it alone.
Right.
He said, yeah, because it's getting a little bit scary, isn't it, Daddy? I was like, yeah. Yeah, you can watch something else.
I
You
little,
put-
little guy.
Yeah, so I said, you can put Lego Batman back on. And he was like, all right.
But that was such an interesting movie to rewatch again.
Yeah, because
So there-
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah,
so.
it's been a long while.
Yeah,
If
so
you wanna
seeing it
talk
again,
about something
there were like
positive, it's
moments. Yeah, there were moments I was like, I don't remember that. before.
See, you were saying you couldn't remember, and I actually remember most of that film.
Yeah. But I've seen that movie like a bunch of times. And there were just
I think it's because it's been such a while since we've seen it.
It's been like a good year and a half at least.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've probably seen Into the Spider-Verse more and more.
Yeah, that's become the go-to.
Yeah. Because it makes everyone happy, though.
Yeah.
It makes you, me, the baby, big boy, all of us
happy.
Man, Spider-Man!
No, he's like, Man!
And then he sings it as well. It's so cute.
Our baby has this obsession with Spider-Man.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, about a year ago, because it was for my birthday last year, wasn't it? About a year ago, I got myself Spider-Man on the PS4, and he was 6 months old.
Yeah.
And I played the hell out of it. And he is just like...
He's just engrossed himself into it.
Yeah, he's just developed such an affinity for all things Spider-Man.
I mean, he will come to you with the control pad and then sing the intro.
He goes,
Have you heard him substitute the melody with words?
Yes.
Like he'll do it with my mum, you know, he calls my mum ba. So I'll go ba 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 ba. And it's brilliant.
He's 18 months old now.
Yeah, 15.
No, he's 18. It's February.
Yeah,
It's February.
Yeah, 18.
He's 18 months old. And it's just everywhere he goes, as soon as he sees anything even resembling Spider-Man, he's like, my man. It's like, my man.
He just loves
So the other day he comes up. I had to give him a PS3, an old PS3 control pad. Yeah. So that's what he holds when I'm playing video games now. But
and
every time
he's so quietly and so nicely next to you as well. It's just so cute.
And every time he's got that in his hand, he's like. But
he'll sing it all the time. Like, we will walk from the school to my mum's.
Yeah.
And that's all he's humming all the way. But it's getting more and more, so he doesn't stop there anymore. He's actually learned
he goes,
next...
he
he just goes on. It's
brilliant.
It's
so
absolutely
brilliant. I love it. I love it. We've indoctrinated it. It's funny because
Xavier was Batman.
Xavier, one of his first words was Batman, except it was Matman.
Yeah.
It's funny. He used to say Matman for Batman, and Xander goes like Man, Matman, Matman. It's like he sees Xavier's shower gel, which is a Spider-Man shower gel. He goes, Mama!
Or even if you're wearing a Spider-Man outfit,
go,
or it's on the... he'll just start at you. It's brilliant. Now it's the thing where if you put your hat on, it's like, bye!
I was cold today and I was just wearing my hat. I'm trying to give him dinner and he's like, bye! I love it. We would rather talk about our kids than birds of prey.
Nobody wants to hear about our kids. That's just it.
I'm sorry. It's just we just.
Are we done with this?
Okay.
Until next time when I'm going to have to say something.
All right, we've got like an hour and 20 of the recording.
Right. Okay.
And the last episode was like just under 2 hours.
Well,
that just goes to show, like, when you love something, when you enjoy it, you have, like, a ton of stuff to talk about. I just don't like complaining about something.
And you see, he thought I was going to defend this show. I have nothing to say in defense of this show.
I think it's because...
And that's it.
I think it's because we talked about it briefly over the course of the day.
Yeah.
Because we watched these last night. We talked about it briefly over the course of the day.
Yeah.
And you kept kind of trying to defend it. I was like, no! Even because you kept saying like, yeah, but it's just because of like by today's standards, we got all these.
No, it's a
bad show.
No,
it was a bad show then. It's a bad show now.
I get that, but it was just a question to ask. It was a point of reference.
You just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I just want some sort of clarity. If it came out. You know, I mean, it wouldn't come out today because it would just not make it. No. Can you? No, just no. But. You know, in comparison to today's standards, you can't really. Okay, I don't know.
Let me give you a point of
Go on.
reference, right?
But then again, we spoke about Buffy, and Buffy's actually really quite good.
Let me give you a
Yeah.
point of reference. Legends of Tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? Leverage, right? When they go for cheesy, they hit cheesy.
Cheese. Yeah, they do.
Right?
But it's
But
fantastic.
that's the threshold.
Yeah.
Does that show even remotely reach that threshold?
No.
Of like that mix of like earnest and cheesy superhero.
No.
Exactly.
There is nothing earnest about this movie.
It's like the show is too
at all.
scared to take itself seriously.
Yeah. But
It's like it's always got like one foot out the door.
Yeah, and
It doesn't commit.
and it's trying to be dark and gritty.
It's
At
trying
the
to be
same time.
it's trying to guard. It's trying to be dark and gritty, but with a Smallville aesthetic.
Yeah, and it's
That sort of light, hopeful aesthetic.
yeah, but you can't be hopeful in Gotham.
Ah, it's just.
I'm sorry. There's
It's like no one in the production got the whole Gotham thing.
no, and you were saying this earlier. You know, I just want to hear what happened before New Gotham became New Gotham. I don't really
wanna
care
show,
about
I want to
New
watch
Gotham.
the show that came before this.
Yeah.
You know, with Batman battling the Joker somehow in secret.
Yes. Yes. How? Even if it was, say, 7-10 years ago.
Okay, are
But,
we
you know,
saying?
to this day, we talk about the horrors that have happened decades, centuries ago.
The
Yet
fa-
this happened 7 years ago, and no one's talking about it.
The fact of the matter is, we know what the Craze brothers were up to.
Yeah. Yes.
The Craze brothers are infamous.
Yeah.
You're telling me
gangsters in the UK.
no one in New Gotham has ever heard of the Joker?
No. Of course they have. Who hasn't? And
I wish the
again,
people on the
Harley's
podcast
role
could
just
see
makes-
these head
yeah.
movements I'm doing. But
But if you think about Harley's role, it makes no sense. She's like, look what Batman done to me, done to my
my dear Mr. J.
Jay. And it's like,
Do you know what?
But what?
I'm grateful for Birds of Prey. For one reason.
Right.
You said it makes no sense.
Did I really? Which is completely contradictory to what I usually say, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I hate it. I hate it
That's your
so-
thing. It makes sense.
I say that all the time.
Is that your like rating of like a movie?
Yeah, whether it
Of a
makes
movie?
sense or
It's
it
like,
doesn't.
Yeah, Deepa, how was the movie? It made sense. Cool. What does that mean? Means she liked it. How was the film? Made no sense. All right, I won't watch it. She hated it. I think I'm done.
Are you
with
done?
This.
I think I am too.
I think we can call it a night on this
Yeah.
episode.
Thank you.
This has been. I'm so sorry to like everyone out. When we lined this up on the schedule, we were like, it could be fun.
Yeah, it could be
might
fun.
be fun.
It might be fun. It might be.
It was not fun.
No.
It was not fun.
Do you know what? We always go into these things with so much hope. It's like, okay, everybody's panned it,
So
but we
we give-
always find something
Yeah,
good about
yeah,
a show.
yeah.
But just this, and he said
Okay,
already,
all right, let
I
me
always
ask you
find
something.
something good about a show.
Let me ask
I
you
couldn't
something.
find anything good about this.
Exactly. All right. I was about to ask you.
Go on.
Can you name at least one good thing about this show?
Shamar Moore in his without his top on.
Yeah. Okay.
I have nothing more to
That was
say.
a good scene. That was a very good scene. You're right. He
Yeah,
was beautiful.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah, he is
He's
beautiful.
such a beautiful man.
I'd never seen him in anything before.
See, I know him from Criminal Minds.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've walked in the room while you're watching it. I haven't caught you,
No, you haven't. Not
but
yet.
I'd understand if I did.
All right.
So yeah. But is that the only good redeeming thing you can?
That's all I can think of right now. That's all I think.
Okay, give me a second. Let me see if I can think of at least. I like to walk away with at least one good thing to say about stuff.
Name a good thing in
Look,
that show.
I can say good stuff about Van Helsing. All right.
Yeah, but Van Helsing isn't.
Look, if I can find
You know what?
something, if I
If I
can
say
find
guilty
good things
pleasure-
to say about Van Helsing or A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I can at least find one good thing to say about this. So give me a second, all right? Give me a second.
A second is too long for this show.
No, just give me a second. I can edit out the second, all right? Don't worry about it. I've got it.
Oh, go on.
No. Give me a second.
Right.
The intention.
Yeah, but you could say that
The
about so many
intention
different
was.
things.
I know, but look.
Do you know what? If it,
Okay, look. At the end of the day, they were trying to build on the popularity of Smallville.
Yeah.
A very kind of male-centric, male demographic show. They tried to build on the popularity of that by building a very kind of like strong female role model, kick-ass chick kind of thing. You know, for girls, you know, like kind of like.
Yeah, but we had Buffy.
I know. I'm
So you can't use that as an excuse. I'm sorry.
I know
you can't.
that's probably not
And
what
you
was
had
going on.
Charmed.
I was trying to find something just
I know
one
you-
redemptive point about the show. All right, and I guess I failed.
See, there isn't one.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. The show is irredeemable.
Is what I have to say to that. It is dog shit. Right, I'm tuning out now. I am done talking about this.
Well, at least next time we get to talk about the Invisible. No. Do you remember? Oh no. It is the Invisible Man, and then yeah. Because we have to do them all out of order because we did the last one.
Yeah. Too early.
Yeah. 5 weeks too. Why did we schedule it so early? We scheduled it. I didn't even look at the. I don't even
know how that works.
I didn't even. Oh, right. Well, if you like this show.
This show, not that show.
Yeah, this show, the one,
No, that
the
one.
one in which we talked about the show we hated. If you liked it, then subscribe, do a good review, give us a nice review.
Yeah,
recommend us
people
to your
know.
friends, share all that stuff.
I've actually quite enjoyed tonight's show.
Yeah.
It's been fun to do.
Catharsis.
Yeah, it has been.
So
Get some eggs out.
So Dee, where can people find us?
They can find us at the French-Patels on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.
And Patreon.
And Patreon. Don't forget on Patreon.
And if you sign up on Patreon, you get a video of the podcast. You get behind the scenes stuff. You get early access to our YouTube videos. You get stuff like that. So I think I just want to never. Yeah, I just never want to have to think about that show again until you have to talk about it on the next episode. You have to tell me what happens in episode 4.
No, I am now committed to this. So
Yeah.
yes, I will.
4 down. What's it? No, 3 down.
3 down, 10 to go.
11 to go.
Is it 14
No, is it-
episodes? Didn't you say 13? I don't know. I didn't even look. I was done at episode
This is hell.
3. This is hell.
Hell is being condemned to watch them for the rest of eternity. Okay, before we go, one last question, right? Can you think of a show you've ever watched that was as bad as that? I mean, I know there are shows out there that are as bad as that, but have you ever watched a show as bad as that?
No. Not off the top of my head. I probably have. But I can't really think of one.
But you weren't committed to it because you weren't doing a podcast at the time,
Yeah.
so you were so you were allowed to forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, basically that. What about you?
I'm trying to think of one right now. There was a show like in the mid 90s. It was like a Jerry Anderson show. You know Jerry Anderson who did like Thunderbirds and things like that. But it was like a cop show.
Right.
Space Precinct. That was it.
Okay.
Space Precinct. Yes. I've seen a show as bad as that. And it was called Space Precinct.
I've never heard of it, so
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Should we talk to you and make you watch that?
No, I've already done my time. Anyways, until next time, it's goodbye from her.
And it's goodbye from him.